Pregame.com.
Sunday, NFL action. We've got the Tennessee Titans at the Indianapolis Colts. I'm Marco D'Angelo. I'm with Stephen Nover. This is your video best bet, Stephen. We're going to get right to your pick. Tell me who it is. Are you going to shock the world?
Yes.
All right. You're going to hear it first. Are they winning the game?
The Colts are going to win this game straight up.
Oh, my God. Okay, tell me why.
Okay. First of all, you're going to have a motivated home dog. The Colts will be motivated for this game because 0-16, Jim Caldwell's out. He's probably out anyways, but,
Yeah.
But 0-16 certainly seals his fate, and he's been a player's coach ever since he's been there. Though, the players like him. It's probably why they're so bad, They know he won't really crack the whip with them. Another factor is the Titans quarterback situation, Marco. We are taping these videos Thursday morning. Okay, yesterday. On Wednesday, Matt Hasselbeck did not practice. He's got a calf injury, couldn't hardly run. Jake Locker, who's done well his rookie year filling in for Hasselbeck, did not practice, sore ribs, can't even throw the ball. Well, if these two guys can't go, we're looking at the Titans' third-string quarterback, who is Rusty Smith. He had a start last year, and I've never seen a worse NFL start in my life.
He was rusty.
This guy, this Rusty Smith, makes Dan Orlovsky look like Johnny Unitas. I mean, if they have to start Rusty Smith, so I would say, if just from a value standpoint, because this is kind of talking on the come, not knowing who right now is going to be their quarterback, grab the 6.5. I mean, we're talking nearly a touchdown here. Maybe if you shop, you can find a 7. Because if they have Rusty Smith, I mean, this line's coming way, way down.
Well, I don't have anybody in this game, and I vowed that I wouldn't be involved in Indianapolis the rest of the season.
A very good vow, by the way.
But they have covered the last 2 weeks. And that's very misleading in the way that they've covered the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
For 3 quarters, 2 weeks in a row, this team was totally shut down. They were getting blown out in both games, and they managed to stage fourth quarter comebacks to just get the backdoor covers. Teams go into prevent defense. I mean, they did put up points against New England, but New England, we know how bad their defense is, and then you put a bad defense in prevent, and it gets even worse, so they got the cover there. And then last week, anybody that had Baltimore, that was me at the Hilton contest, last play, at the game, they get the meaningless touchdown that is not meaningless to the point spread.
I mean, if you have, if you have the favorite and you get backdoored with the dog like this, it's brutal. But these were especially brutal backdoor covers because the Baltimore was clearly the right side in that game. But, Marco, look who they played the last 2 weeks and gotten covers against: New England and Baltimore, maybe the two best teams in the AFC. Now there's a huge drop taking on Tennessee, which had their season pretty much destroyed, losing to the Saints at home.
That's a big point here in this game. Tennessee, what's their psyche? Because they were sky high last week. They were playing well. They went into that game winning 3 out of 4, and it was their game to win. They had an opportunity to steal that game from New Orleans, and they weren't able to do it. On the flip side, I will say this much for Indianapolis. We know that nobody wants to go 0-16. I mean, so there is going to be max motivation from the Colts. I agree with that. And if you look at the remaining schedule, you'd think their best shot for a win would be at home. Well, they've only got one other home game after this, and that's against Houston, who's fighting for a playoff, possibly a number 1 seed in the playoffs, and they've got a tremendous defense. So it's either win this one or the final Sunday at Jacksonville. Those are your two best shots to avoid the winless season. So you're definitely going to get a max, effort from them. And as far as, the conspiracy theory people with the suck for luck, sweepstakes, they can afford a win and still get luck because, the next team's, at 2 wins. So,
the Colts still have some veterans there that are pretty good. Reggie Wayne, Dwight Freeney, Robert Mathis, Jeff Saturday, their center. I mean, these are still, well-established veterans, and they have enough pride to at least get up for this game, this home game. So there is some talent there, and they're not totally devoid of talent. They they aren't very good on either side of the ball, but I'm looking at this as catching a motivated home dog of nearly a touchdown who could be in a very favorable quarterback situation compared to the other team.
It's not very often that you'd say Dan Orlovsky would be a favorable quarterback situation.
Exactly. The guy's 0-9 as an NFL starter. I think his last win came in college at the Motor City Bowl. You know, it's but if Tennessee has to play Rusty Smith,
not good. Well, this is your video best bet. What's your projected score?
I'm going to call it Colts 20, Tennessee 19.
Well, I can't disagree with you, and I can't agree with you. I'm staying clear of this one. I do want to say you've been on a roll, 29-10 with your last 39 plays. Great job on that. You've got a big Saturday coming up. I know you got a triple star Saturday. It's in the NFL, which has been your bread and butter. Now, we're taping on Thursday, obviously, and this is a Sunday video, so hopefully everybody tunes into the video early to catch that Saturday game from you. But you've got a big play on the Dallas-Tampa game, and you've got all three bowl games on Saturday.
Yeah, it's surprising because usually I struggle to come up with opinions on college football games. When they have the big Saturdays, I only usually put out a few plays. But this one, I like all three of these games. I think the odds makers are off on these early bowl games. It's time to exploit it, take advantage. And I'll have some more Sunday NFL up shortly.
Well, there you go. Steven's video best bet is to take Indianapolis. He's calling for the outright win, first win of the season. So grab those points with the Colts as Steven's video best bet. We'll be back. We're going to have more NFL and college bowl action here throughout right up to Christmas. So check out all the videos here at pregame.tv.